that's mushroomist. Got nothing better to wear on Christmas? Why not put an immersive mushroom pretending to be various Christmas themed characters on your torso today? Pino's cute as fuck. Who wouldn't want this guy on a shirt? I mean, this mushroom on a shirt. Check it out. Link down below. Peace. Roll the intro. First up, I absolutely need to show you guys two mods that are quintessential to making your Skyrim look great again. The Flora of Special Edition was actually one of its most redeeming qualities. It's actually pretty good. But is it good enough, friends? Well, let's compare it to the reigning supreme Flora mod out there, the Skyrim Flora Overhaul. I always really liked the long, tall grass look, but SFO is not one of those mods. Instead of long, tall strands of grass, SFO usually opts for weeds, plants, and flowers. But the other half of this mod comes in its trees. The first thing you'll notice is that the trees are a lot bigger. I'm a fan of big trees. I don't know if it's realistic, I'm not a flora expert, but it does make the game world feel more whimsical and fantastical. I also liked the thicker leaved, snow piled up trees in the colder regions of Skyrim, but I didn't before. You know, it's really all just a matter of taste. I would say the trees are definitely a lot better. The grass is more debatable, but there's a version that only includes trees. For now, I'm gonna say that SFO is definitely worth the download. And the second mod that you absolutely need to download is a water mod. Special Edition did improve Skyrim's water by like maybe 3%. Don't get me wrong, I do appreciate that water now flows at different speeds, but like, it's 2016 for God's sakes, Bethesda, why does your water still look like snot? That's unacceptable. There have been a few water mods released so far. I personally think the best one is probably Realistic Waters 2. Finally, water that actually looks like water. Still not convinced that this is a mandatory download. First of all, pond water, that's right, the body of water that doesn't move whatsoever has water that flows in a certain direction, and now it doesn't. Lakes, rivers, oceans all have new sound effects. Ponds are now silent. Waterfalls and rapids are now larger and faster. There's more mist, and probably the most immersive shit I've ever heard in my life. If you listen ever so slightly, icebergs now crack and gurgle. I am the one, the way your son. That is so fucking immersive. Not many home mods have been ported over yet, so a lot of us are still sticking to the old classic Breeze Home for convenience. But what if Breeze Home weren't shitty anymore? This is Eleanor's latest take on Breeze Home just for Special Edition. You wouldn't believe what she called it. It's called Breeze Home. So the first thing you'll notice is that it's no longer poverty looking. The cooking pot is no longer in the center of your living room. You have an actual kitchen for that now. And if you look from the outside, there's now also a new addendum, sort of an armory where you can store your collectible masks, named items, and the like. Using the keys on your dining table, this room can actually be locked for immersive purposes, and so can Lydia's room for abusive purposes. Lydia's room is now more fitting for a shield maiden. Your children now have a bed to sleep in, as the alchemy room is now a child's room. Your bedroom now has a golden chicken. That's really all I had to say about the bedroom. But not only does the new addendum make your home feel a lot bigger, but there's also a basement. This is the only place you can craft Daedric armor while taking a bath and going to the sauna at the same time. It's a spa, it's a crafting room, there's not a lot of real estate in here, okay? And with that, Breeze Home is finally a home that you can be proud of, and a prison for Lydia at the same time. Probably the most common comments left on all Special Edition videos is, I ain't touching that shit until Sky UI is out. And friends, I completely understand your concerns. Why was Sky UI not hired and implemented into Special Edition? The world will never know. But luckily, we have another mod that used to be really popular back in the day, QD Inventory. The mod that a lot of us downloaded when we realized that Sky UI was never being updated for SSE. Is it as sleek or as sexy as Sky UI? Probably not, friends, but it gets the job done. You can sort by damage, weight, value per weight. It even has a UI for crafting, but it lacks a magic menu, which is incredibly disappointing. But that's fine, because guess what guys? SkyUI version 2.2 actually works with Special Edition because it doesn't require SKSE. The icons are the dated 2.2 icons. They're actually not bad at all. They're actually like really pretty. And something that SkyUI has that Qt doesn't is being able to sort by equipped items first, enchanted items first, or stolen items first. Because it does lack SKSE, the search function does not work. Now another UI mod you're probably also going to want to get is another sorting mod. And what we mean by sorting is, you know how in the vanilla game this would be called like a gold ring, and to find it you would have to remember that the ring was indeed gold. Well, now you just have to remember that it was a ring, and you can now scroll down into your inventory where all your rings are, because now the ring word is in the beginning. Sorting mods also change the name of items to tell you more at a glance. For example, all spells, scrolls, and staves will now quickly and easily tell you school, level, and element, and just saves you lots of time from browsing and just looking for shit in your inventory. And the final UI mod I have for you guys is actually a font, and it's called Savangard. Skyrim's font is very clean and modern looking. Some people don't find that very fucking immersive, so this man has taken it upon himself to handcraft his very own LOL-friendly font, more in line with previous Elder Scrolls games. This shit is so LOL-friendly that the brackets are actually mini Oblivion gates. I mean, you could hate the font, but that's cute as shit. All of this is just advice. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Do you feel like maybe you've seen everything vanilla Skyrim has to offer? What if I told you that there's more that's hidden beneath the surface inside the game files? What if I told you that a brave soul entered the game files and brought this content back to life in-game, still not quite exactly finished, but it's there for you to browse and peruse at your pleasure? I present to you Cutting Room Floor. So the first thing this mod does is it restores like 30 different NPCs that never made it into the final game. For example, the small mining village of Stone Hills, which is just one building and one mine and like a few people there, now has 3 restored NPCs as well as their homes, making Stone Hills a village actually worth venturing into for once, with more houses to break into and lives to take away. You even have unique boss enemies like Herebane Sword and Shield, who will drop his unique named enchanted gear. I was actually curious what he looked like. He was a handsome red guard male, but then I saw it, and when I saw it, I shat bricks. He had one hell of a fucking tan, and I don't know if you've ever noticed this. It's a pretty big fucking deal. If you go to Kynes Grove, you'll know that Kjeld, the man in charge of Kynes Grove, is married to Idra. But when you speak to him in the mine, one of his lines doesn't make any sense.
My wife and brats just sit around on their brains, wasting time.
Brats? Brats is plural. There's only one child of yours in Kynes Grove, and that's Kjeld the Younger. Where the fuck is the second child? You done fucked up. Okay, this mod restores Froa, the daughter of Kjeld and Idra. That would make this line make more sense. But you know what's incredibly fucking immersive? His next line implies that he's a cheater, but it looks like he's not the only one in the relationship cheating. I'm like 99% sure that Idra had an affair with an Oompa Loompa. The mod also restores a generic college guard. You would think that the professional mages at the College of Winterhold would be able to protect themselves, but no, they can't. And that's why you need the incredibly helpful never mind, I can see why they kept him out of the game. The mod also adds back a bunch of items, whether it be notes, journals, a never-before-seen sleeved version of the Stormcloak Cuirass, never-before-seen scripted scenes, locations like Nazim's house at Chillfurrow Farms. He talks about it all the time. He's a baller. Why does he live in the Drunken Huntsman? It makes no sense. You can now stalk him at night, go into his bedroom, and what's this? There was a bag underneath his bed. I opened it, and mother of God, 69 copies of the Lusty Argonian Maid, I kid you not. And finally, the mod even restores quests. Most of them are rather simple and incomplete, but there is one that's really good, and it's given by Finis Gester. He wants to know what happened to his 4 apprentices. If you've ever stumbled upon dead mages around College of Winterhold, in which there's many, they're probably part of this quest that Bethesda never bothered to implement. Not a bad mod at all. And that is it for this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed all the mods featured in this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!